Christian people are to love all people, not pick and choose. Duh. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. As Christians, we have to love everybody because here is something that is powerful. Jesus said, when asked, what is the greatest commandment? He said, it's to love God with all your heart, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. And, when we break that down, he was actually quoting from the Old Testament. And when we go to the Old Testament, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, but when you go to Exodus, that's where you see God give the 10 Commandments in chapter 20. And the first 4 is how to love God. The last 6 is how to love your neighbor. If you love God, you're not going to have any other gods before him. You're not going to have any idols or bow yourselves to him. You're not going to use his name as a curse word or claim to be a follower of God and not live out the way that he has commanded us to live out, which is to love other people. And the 4th is to keep the Sabbath. God wants us to do self-care. He wants us to make sure that we're resting, that we're taking care of ourselves. And then finally, the last 6, if you love your neighbor, you're not going to disrespect your parents. If you love your neighbor, you're not going to go and kill them. You're not going to steal from them. You're not going to commit adultery. You're not going to want the things that they have. On these commandments hangs all the law and the prophets. That's what Jesus said. To love God with all your heart, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And if we're not living that out as Christians, then we better check our relationship with God and make sure that we're spending time with him every single day, that we're on our hands and knees, seeking him, asking him to reveal himself to us, asking him to open up our hearts and minds to understand his word. And it's very important, to understand these things, that God will work with you exactly where you are at. One of the shortest prayers that I ever heard somebody give when he was first seeking God, it was like, if there is a God who loves me, save me. And another one was, Lord, save me, and that one's in the Bible. But the fact is this, that God is a merciful, loving God. And because he is a loving, merciful God, when you allow him to come into your heart, when you surrender your life to him and die to yourself, die to your selfish ways, and he lives in your heart, you will love others in a more deep and understanding way. Thank you so much for your comment. And I pray that he helps all of us to love the way he created us to love and to have compassion and understanding towards others. Thank you so much, my friend, for your comment. God bless you and yours in the most special and powerful way.